NWO Year One, Episode 1.
So this is going to be our weekly recap episode of Monday Night Nitros throughout the first year of the NWO's creation and the storylines that go along with them.
So when Razor Ramon debuts.
Yeah. So, and we're starting, the first episode was May 27th, 1996. I was...
Memorial Day. This is Memorial Day.
I think I was ending my 8th grade year in middle school.
Really?
Yeah.
And you're watching this live?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Which side were you on at this point?
What do you mean?
WCW side or you were
I was a
WCW?
full-fledged WCW.
WCW.
It's a stinger.
Yeah, Sting.
Yeah, I was a... Yeah. No, he just went... Woo!
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Not a caw-caw.
Sorry. Caw-caw.
Yeah. So yeah, 1996, May.
That's his entrance. The entrance started off as the caw-caw. That's what I was trying to think of.
But no, I was totally WCW.
WCW. Okay.
Yeah. When you live in the South, you watch WCW.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why? Was it like a WCW ran promotion?
Well, WCW was based out of Atlanta, so a lot of their touring was in our area.
So you get to watch
WWE was up
north in New York.
New York, yep. So, but no, and plus, so WCW was your wrestlers.
Wrestling promotion. The
entertainment was WWE, kind of like similar to today with AEW.
Yeah.
But so this is our first episode, May 27th, 1996. The reason we picked this one is because this is the debut of the bad guy.
Bad guy.
So let's just we'll get to that, but let's just go ahead and kick it off with each segment. We're gonna break it down for wrestling matches to each segment.
We're gonna give you a spot of the night.
Well, yeah, at the end, match of the night.
Match of the night.
Move of the night.
Wrestler of the night.
Wrestler of the night, and then like the moment of the night.
Moment of the night.
Yeah.
All right. Should we do worst wrestler of the night? Because I think it's pretty obvious who the worst wrestler.
Yeah, we might need to do.
I think we'll do worst wrestler of the night.
And we know who that is.
Yeah.
Right. We know who that is.
Yeah. We know who it is.
There's a few contenders.
There is. That's how bad.
Yeah.
I'll get into it later.
So everyone that's complaining about pro wrestling today
needs to go back and
watch wrestling in 1996, and it's different.
We'll get into it. I'll get into it at the end of the show because you're getting someone's perspective who's like just.
So I lived it, so I kind of like it.
You have the nostalgia behind it.
I like some of the stuff that goes on,
but my perspective coming in from now is going to be much different because it's like, what?
Yeah.
Heck is going on? All
right, so we're going to break down the matches, the segments throughout the show, the promos, the promo packages, which there's some incredible stuff for promo packages.
Yeah.
But anyways, so let's get it off. The show starts with them announcing that this is the first 2-hour Nitro.
2-hour Nitro.
So it had been an hour-long Nitro. You had that big debut of Lex Luger on the very first Nitro. So this is another pinnacle moment.
We're going to need something big here.
For that second-hour debut.
And you'll eventually get to that big moment.
Yep. And they start off with, honestly, I mean, potentially the match of the night.
Really good match, honestly.
Really good match. It's the American Males.
Yeah.
Versus
Ric
Flair and Arn Anderson with Miss Elizabeth
and Woman.
And this kid couldn't get over Woman.
Who?
Like,
what?
Her name is Woman.
What? Yeah. I thought they were like trying to identify Elizabeth as a woman. I was like, why do they keep saying that she's a woman? Obviously.
Yeah, but that is Woman who later on becomes Chris Benoit's wife.
But
and we don't want to talk about that. But yeah, so that's the match. It's a tag team match. It's a pretty solid match.
Yeah, it was actually pretty sound. It was everything.
The one thing that Pickles and I were talking about was the spots. You could tell that they were doing things in the ring as they happened.
Yeah, that match was not planned out.
You can tell that Flair wasn't in the back going, "Hey man, we're going to do this spot. We're going to do this spot." It was kind of call it in there. Here's what we're going to finish with. And the finish of that match I thought was really good. It was that patented Arn Anderson DDT.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Ric Flair just rolls it up for the 1, 2, 3. Did you have any takeaways from that match? What was something that...
Just Flair's a great heel.
Yeah.
Watching him in that match.
Yeah.
The ref spot where he's pushing him and Flair's flipping out.
Pee Wee Anderson is the referee's name.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's actually the one. That might be the one they made that figure out of. You remember that WrestleMania series you have the head from?
Oh, no, that's not him.
Who is it?
No, that's Danny Davis.
Danny Davis, there you go. But, yeah, I thought it was a really good match. I liked Flair. Arn Anderson looked really good.
Yeah.
I think Arn Anderson is really, I don't know, I really like him. Through this whole thing, is he on the show pretty dominantly throughout the...
Yeah, he's...
I'm going to really like Arn Anderson through the whole thing. I like his whole get-up. I can't believe Arn Anderson is Cody Rhodes' manager, and Cody Rhodes acting like how he is.
Yeah, they don't vibe, do they?
They don't
vibe.
converse at all.
No.
Arn Anderson seems like he could almost manage Brian Pillman Jr. if he went off as a singles.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not to get to an AEW, but Arn Anderson should be with FTR.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they already got a 4 horsemen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so let's get back on track.
Let's get back on track. We're steering off the rails. We need to get back.
So you had Buff Bagwell and Scotty Riggs as the American Males.
Yeah.
Pretty generic babyface tag team.
Yeah.
One thing we talked about during the show was Scotty Riggs' clap, which later on in ECW he starts to debut that clap, and it becomes a gimmick for him.
Like a heel type of...
Again, that match was really good.
Well, it was really good compared to the rest of the card.
The rest of the show.
It's not like you need to go back and watch this. This is like monumental, but that was
just some good spots though. Some good tag team spots in it.
For a 2-hour show, you got to know some of your main guys, especially Flair, and then they had a segment after, right?
Yeah, right after that they had a segment explaining why Miss Elizabeth
is with
Flair
and Anderson.
They had this table out with like a spread of like cheeses, fruits,
grapes, all type of stuff,
champagne. All on the table.
They even gave the commentators champagne.
Yeah, they even gave
Tony Schiavone and Larry Zbyszko.
So they have all this laid out. Ric Flair cuts a promo basically saying that he's driving Macho Man insane.
Yeah.
Because they're spending all his money.
This is crazy. This storyline to me is crazy.
They're spending all of his money because Miss Elizabeth just got a divorce, and that it's not that Ric Flair is the sugar daddy, but it's that
Miss Elizabeth is the sugar mommy. This is crazy. I can't. This is just mind-boggling how they got. I don't understand. Well, who was signed off on this was like...
It's wrestling in
Macho
the 90s.
Man's crazy, man.
And then Ric Flair, he's the womanizer. They even say it in the promo. Like, he can have any woman he wants. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, Arn Anderson was like, there isn't someone I can get over to go and fight the next guy. A guy who I couldn't step on to get to a bigger fight. And Flair can get any woman he wants or something.
I think Arn Anderson basically says, there ain't a man I can't beat, and there ain't a woman that Ric Flair can't get.
Yeah, like it was crazy. It was a good segment. Arn Anderson is great.
The promo was great. And Arn Anderson is a killer.
Yeah.
Like, he is...
I really liked Arn Anderson. He definitely was a contender for... Wrestler of the Night.
Yeah, definitely.
He had a great sound wrestling.
Promos
were great. But we also had someone who had a little bit just better.
Yeah, I think.
But we'll get into that a little bit later.
He had good shine.
Definitely had a good shine.
So that's essentially, that was like a...
That was the whole...
That was like a 3-segment part right there.
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
The intro, the match, and then the promo afterwards. And then right after the match, you had a Mongo McMichael and Kevin Green promo package. So Steve Mongo McMichael,
yeah.
He was an announcer on Nitro, but he was also a Super Bowl champion with the Chicago Bears, 1985 team. And then Kevin Green played for the Carolina Panthers. I hate the Carolina Panthers, but he was previously with the Packers. I want to say,
and it was the Packers,
and
that's where I remember him from. Is the Packers.
I think he was with the Packers and he went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know if he went to the Super Bowl. I remember him from Packers. Not like remember, but I know him.
They're building up to a big match for Bash at the Beach.
Yeah, I think it's Bash at the... Or maybe they just had Bash at the Beach. I can't remember, but they're building up for a match.
Bash at the Beach is coming because it's in July.
Yeah.
So Bash at the Beach had this big promo. The promo package is awful. It's like you made it in high school.
And some kid was like, dude, I gotta get this done. You need to come over to my house and we're just gonna take random pictures and put them all together. Yeah, they tried to make a pig-fed type of promo package here. So they just took random pictures, aligned them, and they had videos of him like pulling the weights. It was the same weight set
was
for the whole thing.
Yeah. And it was the most YouTube stock music playing over it.
Yeah, it was like boom, 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 boom.
And then the end of the promo. At the end of the promo, so they're facing Arn Anderson and
But
Ric Flair.
he took Hulk Hogan's.
He took Hulk Hogan's. He goes like, "What you gonna do, brother? When the
two football players come at you." It was
and then,
so random.
Oh, and then Arn Anderson's line. We got to go back to the promo for Arn Anderson.
Oh yeah.
The promo Arn Anderson said was, "I don't respect any man that has to wear protective gear in their sport," and that's basically why you can't hang out. You can't hang with us. No, I don't know. It's probably Arn Anderson.
I think Arn Anderson's a little bit mad we went over his spot. He's got that. He's got that clock on him.
There goes Hogan.
There goes Hogan.
So all right. So we have the Mongo McMichael, Mongo McMichael, and Kevin Green promo.
Yeah.
This goes into a very bizarre match, a weird match. It's Colonel Rob Parker.
Oh, Rob Parker.
I think that's his name.
No, it was like Craig Wright.
No. This is the Steve Dahl cruiserweight.
Steve Dahl, the cruiserweight.
So this guy is in this match. His name is Steve Dahl, and he is legitimately the size of Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, but bigger,
but jacked. He's a cruiserweight. They bill him as a cruiserweight, and then he was in a cruiserweight tournament.
Like, this kid was huge.
Huge. He's a heavyweight.
Yeah.
So anyways, but he's going against the Mauler, whose debut. This is his debut. The
Mauler?
Yeah, this is his debut with Colonel Rob Parker.
The Colonel Rob Parker.
That
okay.
dresses like KFC.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. Robert Sanders.
Yeah, Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders, there you go. He was a direct ripoff of Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, he is. You'll see more of him on WCW. But these two guys are having a match. It's a really weird match. Like when you're like, what's even going on?
But they had Spot of the Night.
No, Spot of the Night.
Spot of the Night right here.
No doubt is in this match.
So he's on the ropes, right?
Right.
And he runs out. He goes for a double leg takeover.
Yeah. So the Mauler goes for a double leg takedown on Steve Dahl, but he picks him up and they go over the top rope onto the apron to the floor.
And it was not flawless.
Yeah,
they flipped so far over.
Yeah.
And then Steve Dahl hit his backer. He landed awkwardly on the apron.
Which basically leads them going around the ring to the outside, and then they come back in. And that's when you notice, because they come back from commercial break, because that's their commercial break spot.
Commercial break. You see this dude just start walking down.
Jean cut off jacket.
They cut to it. Shivani's noticing it.
Yeah.
Zabisco doesn't notice it. Shivani's noticing it. And he's like, what's going on? What are you talking about?
What's going on?
And then he starts coming through and he's like, get me a mic. The match stops.
Yeah, the match just stops.
Everyone's just like, well, I guess it's his turn now.
The match is over. Like, the Mauler is like, I guess I'm not going to fight this guy that just came across the railing.
It might be my debut match, but I'll take one away.
He just backs off out of the ring.
They give him a mic. No one's questioning it besides the commentators.
As a fan, 1996, as a kid, I know that this is Razor Ramon.
Yeah.
And he's with the WWF. And that, like, holy crap, he just came from the crowd. He's in the ring. So I'm not really thinking about that. But he never acknowledges the Mauler.
No.
Like, he never is like, he never backs him down. He never, like, challenges him.
He's never like, I'm bigger than you.
Yeah.
You
He's like,
get out the ring.
He just asked for a mic. Hey, yo, give me a mic. He gets the mic, cuts a promo.
The Nacho Man. Yeah. Scheme Gene.
Yeah, Scheme Gene.
Billionaire Ted.
Yeah.
This was a good promo.
Yeah, no, it's solid. Dude, it's Scott Hall. He's a great promo.
Or no, Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon. We think he's Razor Ramon right now. He's basically kind of like laying out the groundwork for a challenge. And you feel like it's a WWF wrestler coming to challenge.
Why is he here? He just invaded.
He keeps saying, you want a war? You know, we're here.
We.
This is where the big boys play. What a joke.
He doesn't say the joke yet.
Yeah.
Because he watches the rest of the show.
Yeah.
But he goes to the back.
That is right. That's a very good point. He doesn't say that.
No.
But he just basically says, hey, later on I got something to say, or along the lines like, where's Mean Gene?
They mention that in the middle, and he says, where's Mean Gene? Where's Scheme Gene? I got the scoop for you. And then he says the thing, and he's like, I'm here or something, and we're ready to take you down.
Huge moment. Like, obviously, that's the moment of the night. That's the whole reson we even watched the episode, was because of this.
This is where it started. This is why we're watching
30-second promo.
It might not have been the most sound area, but it was spot of the night.
Yeah,
not spot of the night, moment of the night.
He can't believe how unscripted it was.
Well, like, this, I understand, and it could have, like, it works, but it also doesn't. Like, they should have had something else where the Mauler's at least a little bit mad that his match, just debut match, this is the first time on Nitro, just got canceled. He's gone. There's no security. They're just like, this guy can just top the barricade.
It's almost as if they should have waited for that commercial break. And when the Mauler and Steve Dahl go over the top and they're brawling on outside, that's when Razor Ramon should have come over and the security stop him and they cut to commercial break. And then when they come back to commercial break, they've kind of got everything settled and he's got a mic. Hey, he's got a mic and he's still kind of cornered off. But the way he gets in the ring and there is no altercation. And
because if a fan jumped the railing, said "Give me a mic" and stops the match, he's gonna get brutalized on the outside by security.
Even that, I mean, even if another athlete from any other, you would still stop them.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say was when he's in the ring, the Colonel is the one that holds
the Mauler back.
The Mauler back is like, no, let's just go.
You would think he'd be like, why don't I show my top star beating down the WWF star?
Yeah, that's instantly what I would think. It was like, you would be like, get him.
This is your time to shine. Who cares about this Steve Dahl you're fighting?
Yeah, but so that's pretty much that for that segment.
Yeah.
They go to a commercial break. Moment of the night.
Obviously is
him coming through
Razor
the crowd.
Ramon coming through the crowd.
Yeah, Razor Ramon coming through the crowd. The audience did. I mean, they couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
As he's walking through, it's like, holy crap, it's Razor Ramon.
Everyone knew who he was.
Yeah. We keep debating on like who would be the equivalent of showing up on another show.
Yeah.
And it's just so hard to say nowadays. Like, I think like
because he was such a distinct and superstar.
I think someone maybe someone like I think the New Day.
The New Day?
I think someone like an Xavier Woods, a Kofi Kingston, a Big E.
Jon Moxley. That Jon Moxley moment. When he comes down through the thing, it literally was a Scott Hall.
Yeah.
It was
I'm
right
sure
after the match.
There's two brands now, and they're established, is what I'm saying. Like, that moment right now with WWF, if somebody was coming in to start it, like, I feel like it'd be the New Day. Like, someone from there would be the equivalent.
Yeah.
Of that. I don't think Jon Moxley's as popular as.
He was the Shield, and then you have the Click. Yeah. I think that's
Razor Ramon was super over. Like,
well, so was Jon Moxley.
Jon
Moxley was super over.
Well, that's a debate for another day. I don't know if he's as over as Scott Hall was. He just had a killer. He had the killer ladder match with Shawn Michaels. I mean, I don't know.
Well, we didn't even want to another segment.
Let's keep going. So we just have that. We come back. This is it.
Oh my god!
This is it. So this is Sergeant Craig Pittman.
Craig Pittman
with Teddy Long.
Teddy Long.
Boy, oh boy. So Teddy Long has lost a lot of weight
recently. This is crazy.
He didn't even recognize him at first.
Yeah, I was like,
he's like, wait, what? Who?
Teddy Long. This ain't Teddy Long.
Yeah.
Teddy Long was big.
Not big.
Not like big. But you think of Teddy Long, he's a skinny guy in a little suit.
Yeah.
This guy is like a little bit bigger.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. He's got a little bit more rounded face. This Teddy Long looks like he's like super skinny and stuff. Yeah. It's just very much different.
Throws you off. Not the Teddy Long that becomes, this is going to be a tag team match, brother.
You're going to face the Undertaker.
I do have a little side story with Teddy Long.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was doing indie wrestling, Pickles was in the back with me, and I just had a match, and I come back to the back, and I wore a singlet that was had like basically the coloring of a watermelon.
Yeah.
And Teddy Long proceeds to tell me that I should be in a match where the babyface gets a bunch of watermelons and rolls them at me and beats me with watermelons. And he's going to be my manager for that match.
Yes.
It never happens, but I'll never forget that.
Teddy Long tried to book himself into a match with you again with watermelons.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks, Teddy. That's cool. So anyways, it's Sergeant Craig Pittman versus Self High Five.
Yeah.
Diamond Dallas Page. Bright yellow green.
They had some of this cloth to go around in the back.
Yeah, because later on
we had another guy, same color.
But what's really cool to me about this match is it's the early version of the Diamond Cutter.
Yeah.
Of how it's not really like the RKO's out of nowhere, the Diamond Cutter becomes out of nowhere. You can tell that he's still trying to figure out, like...
How am I going to do this perfect?
Yeah, how am I going to hit it? The match is awful.
This is the worst match. This is one of the worst matches I've ever seen.
Yeah,
it's atrocious.
It's pretty bad. DDP's clean.
Yeah, none of it was DDP.
Yeah, he's good.
But Commander or Sergeant? Sergeant? Definitely
Sergeant
should not be.
Pittman looked like he was lost and just... There's one spot where he's where DDP takes over and he's going to do the neck crank over the top rope.
Yeah.
But Sergeant Pittman, I guess he thinks that he's going to go all the way over, but then he's like in the middle of going all the way over. He's like, no, wait a minute. It's just supposed to be my neck. So he's like halfway on the ropes.
He's like diving like this over the rope, and then he's like, no, never mind.
Yeah, never mind. The final spot is Pittman goes out to check on Teddy Long, turns back in, and DDP holds him like this and walks him out for the Diamond Cutter. He's like 1, 2, 3.
You definitely tell it's an early Diamond Cutter.
Yeah,
but this guy was like atrocious.
So right now, he's our worst wrestler.
He's the worst wrestler in WCW at the moment.
Now. We'll have to give that to.
We're gonna start inserting.
If you're still out there, Sergeant Pittman, I'm sorry.
We'd love to get you over here. Have a talk. Let's see some of your later matches. We don't know.
You'll see. You'll see.
Maybe this guy was 20 years old. Maybe now he's putting on classics in the Indies.
Just 2 left feet. It just looked like he had 2 left.
Yeah, he just didn't know where he was. I mean.
But yeah, it was early DDP.
They had a lot of young stars on the show.
Yeah.
A lot of young guys.
DDP, they said he just won the Battle Bowl Diamond Ring.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool, and that kind of gives you a little bit of backstory, like why like AEW brought that diamond ring, the WCW theme.
Diamond ring.
A lot of similar booking, just from the WCW days. To AEW.
Next match.
So then we go.
Our next segment.
Next segment is going to be the Macho Man promo. So earlier on in the night, they talked about how crazy Macho Man's been. He's losing his mind. He's actually been barred from the arena. He's not allowed. Yeah,
that's one thing Scott Hall, Razor Ramon said. He said the Nacho Man isn't even here.
Yeah, he can't even get in the building. And apparently, all he would have had to do is
walk down the stairs.
Yeah. Again, just a weird
stuff.
Thing.
Nothing's going on here.
So Macho Man's intertwined with the Ric Flair storyline, and they cut this promo package just about him going crazy. But what in this promo package is the most vicious...
Oh my gosh.
The most vicious elbow drop I have ever seen in my life. Macho kills a referee.
I mean, I would understand if it was Hulk Hogan or something, because obviously they have beef. Man. But this referee
must have blown so many spots.
Like, he's fired. Like, he's gone. Because, oh my God. Yeah, there was no movement on that thing. He came down, boom.
Yeah, it was the most vicious.
If I was that ref,
elbow drop I have ever.
He's in WWF at this moment. He has jumped ship.
It was awful. I liked the promo package. I thought it was pretty good.
That was kind of crazy. For the '90s, it made sense.
No, it proved that Macho Man is out of his freaking mind. Like,
this made sense. It was just so crazy and so funny to me just watching Macho Man be like. And at one moment, he was like, I'm going to get you. Yeah, I did it. Oh, yeah. And he just doesn't say anything. He just has all these, like, exposition points, but never gets to the main point about the promo. And then he just leaves. He's like, I'm going to get, you know what I'm going to do to you? Oh, yeah, dig it, bro. And then he leaves.
There's no point. Like,
there's no point to it.
So they have the Macho package. And then we cut to probably the worst promo of all night.
Oh, is this the heel promo?
This is the Shark promo.
Oh my God!
So John Tenta, I have a lot of respect for John Tenta. He's trained a lot of great wrestlers that were coming through in the early 2000s. He's just a cool guy too, man. But this gimmick is maybe we should have
worst gimmicks of the night.
Weirdest gimmicks.
Yeah, weirdest gimmick.
The Shark. So the Earthquake was awesome in WWF. WWF, I remember him debuting. Ultimate Warrior doing push-ups.
I got 2 figures of it.
Doing push-ups, and then the Earthquake sits on his back, makes his debut. But this version, He's got the Darby Allin. This is where Darby Allin got his inspiration
This is
from.
the Darby Allin of this promotion.
His beard is painted in white and black like shark teeth. Apparently, he's being kicked out of the Dungeon of Doom.
Yeah.
And he's got a title match against the Giant.
Yeah.
Kevin Sullivan's turned on him. Jimmy Hart's turned on him. The Giant. And he's like, I was the big man of this team, but I'm going to prove it again once now, forever, that I'm going to be the big man forever. The hyping up this big match for
the world title.
The world title. Shark and the Giant.
The Giant.
Which I believe is what finishes the first hour. This match is, the title match finishes the first hour of the show. So right after the Shark promo is this epic Hulk Hogan self-indulgent.
Oh my, Cody Rhodes involved. Cody Rhodes.
This is the most
egotistical
driven promo package ever. And looking back on it now, completely makes sense why he is in the NWO.
Yeah.
I mean, it just laid so much groundwork. But I remember being a kid, just being like, I never liked Hogan. So the package wasn't anything, but it was him with Shaquille O'Neal.
He was like, there was like this voiceover that does like all the Disney stuff, and it's like, your imagination comes to its full imagine. But this time it was Hulk Hogan. He's like, Hulk Hogan is the best person we've ever seen.
Yeah.
He has all the best friends. He knows everyone you love. It's Shaquille O'Neal.
Sugar Ray Leonard.
And Sugar Ray's like, it's Hulk Hogan. Dig it. Listen to him.
Yeah. Dennis Rodman. They showed Dennis Rodman, and they
were like giving his whole backstory. Like, this is his retirement match or something. They were like, he had Dennis Rodman even helped him at Bash at the Beach.
Yeah. It's this trying to put over Hogan, like, super crazy. He does all the charity work for WCW and all the kids and this and that.
It was so weird.
It blew my mind. Like, I think they should have a Cody Rhodes promo that is
just
identical,
like that.
Identical to this. Identical to it.
Or Matt Cardona has a promo identical to this.
This is perfect. But the promo, now looking back, like, this just shows you, like, no one, but what's bad is they never mention it. Like, Bobby Heenan or Larry Zbyszko, when they come back after this promo package, one of them should have said, oh my God, what kind of egomaniac is this guy? You know, like,
no, or just like a little comment as soon as they come back, a little self-indulgent on you.
Yeah, something.
And then they immediately blow it off.
Just something, because this is not a baby. This is not a
baby. You would never. Hangman Adam Page would never have a promo like this where it's like, he's such a good guy.
This is the promo video in every superhero movie
where he turns bad.
Where this fake good guy comes in to be the big villain.
Yeah, what's that one guy's name from The Boys?
Oh, Homelander.
Homelander.
This is completely the Homelander.
This is the Homelander point of turning where it's like, whoa, this guy's pretty egotistical. He wants everyone to like him.
Yeah. That's enough talking about that, bro.
Yeah.
But, so then we go from what I wrote on this promo. I said Hogan promo. Heel? So then we go to the Shark versus Giant. There's really not much for this match.
It was pretty big, like.
You could tell in this match that Giant's first year in the business, and John was like guiding him through spots. There was two big things: the clothesline off the top rope or the middle rope from the Shark to the Giant.
And he finally gets him down.
Finally bumps, but then it goes right into taking it home. Jimmy Hart's on the ropes.
Top rope, like Jimmy Hart was
like he's sitting on the top rope.
He's like, get over here.
Giant chokeslams him, 1, 2, 3. And then right after the match, who growing up was the big boss man, but now he's Big Bubba, comes out.
It was the scariest moment of the night.
Has these scissors, these metal scissors
were
look
so sharp
that he could have stabbed and killed this man. He starts cutting John Tenta's hair.
And he was not being good. He was like, going.
He was like, he didn't take any lessons from Brutus.
There should have been a big bonus check.
Yeah. And then he does the hair, and then he takes these clippers out of his back pocket. And
razor. Not razor.
No, they're clippers. They're called clippers.
That's what you call them?
Yeah, you call them clippers. It's 1990.
Okay.
These are clippers. So he takes them and he's like scraping the top.
Oh, it hurt to watch. It looked like he was drilling into his head.
Yeah, and they only did half of it. It was just this half of the head. So they shave his head, and it's Dungeon of Doom has kicked him out. The Shark is gone. The match is over. Then we go into Lex Luger's match, the current television champion, and he's going against this guy named Max with two X's. I know for a fact that this was a rib from Bobby Heenan because he goes, "To Max with two X's." Like the dumbest name in the world. You could tell this was his debut. Like this is his big moment. He had a freshly shaven hair.
He shaved. So he had this big mohawk that was long. Like it was longish.
Yeah.
But he didn't shave this. Like he had a little bit of hair right here. But the rest of it was shaved. So he just had this and then a mohawk. It was very weird.
Yeah. And you could tell that it was fresh because the rest of his head was bright white and he had a full tan. Like he was so tan and he was jacked. I mean, this is a big dude.
Yeah, he was huge.
And the whole reason they bring him in is Lex Luger's showing that he can beat big men because he's got a title match coming up against the Giant. And that's kind of what he's saying is like after the promo, was there anything in this match that stood out to us at all?
Not
just besides him being green, Max being green.
Not that I can remember. That good.
The torture rack.
The torture rack was great.
Yep.
I think that was it. The other guy was just not good.
Yeah, he was enhancement. Well. He was enhancement talent. That's all he was there for. But Luger cuts a promo afterwards.
It was pretty standard, like I'm gonna be the next guy.
Yeah,
promo.
they're hinting though that there's like a little bit of a heel turn coming for Luger because however he got this title shot is questionable.
He ripped off DDP or something.
Somehow
it
DDP,
was something.
Yeah, somehow DDP had it, but Luger got the officials to change it to give.
Well, he's allegated that he got the officials to change it, and he's like, I don't make the matches. Champions League or whatever makes the champions commentators.
Yeah, the board of commissioners or whatever makes all the matches.
Makes all the matches, not me. It's not my fault.
He isn't heel, and he's really not doing anything heel. But you can tell that like they're trying to make you question whether or not Luger's got his
best intentions to himself. Yeah.
It was a solid promo. Mean Gene's great.
Yeah.
There's no one like Mean Gene right now.
Yeah.
He's just so casual, and he gets
only one that comes close is Shivani.
Yeah. Yeah, but
it isn't even, but it's still not the same.
But Mean Gene gets these little slips of like remarks about somebody, like either a jab or like a praising moment.
Almost like exactly what Shivani does. Like if MJF comes out, he's always has like some comment about him, and it's always like unique or something.
Yeah, but he's guiding Luger through this interview, and Luger's just, perfect answer. I always kind of imagined John Cena being very similar to Lex Luger. Just the whole presentation.
And that was pretty much it about that, though. It was just a pretty standard promo about like he wants the Giant next.
Yeah, so I guess that's the big thing they're booking towards is the Giant versus Lex Luger.
Lex Luger, yeah.
And Lex Luger's already the TV champion, so we'll have to see what goes there.
I don't know who's gonna beat him for that, but whatever.
So after this, we have we have a cruiserweight match, and it's hard work Bobby Walker versus Brad Armstrong.
Yeah.
The whole cruiserweight division. These guys are cruiserweight, but these guys are jacked. Like
if you could get your feet off the ground and hit a drop kick, you're a cruiserweight basically for them.
Bobby Walker. He could get by as a cruiserweight. I can see it.
But Bobby Bagwell is not.
Would you call AJ Styles a cruiserweight now?
I think AJ Styles is under 205.
I just don't know if you call AJ Styles a cruiserweight today.
Yeah.
Would you put AJ Styles in a cruiserweight tournament?
Well, do you want to limit him to a cruiserweight tournament?
Yeah, I know. It's just the guys.
That's not a very good example. Bobby Bagwell isn't AJ Styles.
Yeah, I know.
Would you put Seth Rollins in a cruiserweight tournament?
Because he's under 225.
Yeah.
But they're cruiserweight. You can tell that they're trying to make a cruiserweight division,
but it's just not working out well.
They don't have a lot
more
of
guys. They need to get their Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, that's what
because they're not in yet. We've come to that because it was Who was it?
Dean Malenko
is the cruiserweight champion.
And he had just won this in a tournament. And that's what they were talking about.
This was like the straight come off. They got that over right before they hit the 2-hour mark. And they're now making the build up back up with hard work Bobby Walker. He's the guy. Shockingly won.
Yeah.
Like, this was crazy.
Whoa. The finish of this was just...
Let me go through this whole... Okay. So Bobby Walker goes up for this top rope move. And he's got these tall boots on. So he's not going to... Like,
yeah, so, normally cruiserweights...
They're going to wear kick
pads with the wrestling shoes on.
Yeah.
Or, just something a little bit more mobile. Tennis shoes. I mean,
shoes.
Nikes or whatever. And then he's got legit, old school wrestling boots on.
Yeah. So he gets up to this top rope, slips. Like, he almost falls off the whole thing.
He does the bounce from the middle up to the top, but when he hits the top, he kind of slips and falls.
Yeah, and then he goes for this neck breaker almost.
Yeah,
it was a neck breaker. It was a neck breaker, but he doesn't flip over almost. It looks like it. Who doesn't flip over? And his head looks like it spikes right on the ground.
They could have sold this as Brad Armstrong hitting him with a brain buster.
Yeah.
And rolling it through for a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And I would have been like, oh my gosh, what a move. Like, that's crazy. But it's hardworking Bobby Walker.
He
doing
hits
this
it.
flip over neck breaker.
1, 2, 3. It was
gets
like
the win.
we were shocked, and we've watched it before. We were like, "What?"
Yeah. Something else to add to this though. The best. So it isn't move of the night, because move of the night to me was the double leg takeover.
Yeah, it wasn't like a move, but it was just
but the cleanest wrestling move all night.
Was it the hip toss?
The arm drag.
Arm drag.
Was this arm drag? This arm drag that Bobby Walker gives to Brad Armstrong. They hit perfect sync.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like boom. And it was up for us for move of the night.
Yeah, that's
but it's an arm drag, and I'm just like,
but that also
do we really make our first move of the night?
That also tells you how bad the other matches were. If your arm drag is your best move of the night.
Yeah. Well, our main event is really good.
Our main event is really good. Just didn't have any stand out.
It was just a good match.
Yeah. But we're about to get.
We're about to get to something else too here. So,
do we have any? Did you write down the?
It's coming.
It's coming. Okay.
Yeah. So that's our next match, and then we have right after this, after the commercial break, we have the wrestler of the night.
Yeah, this is wrestler of the night by far.
This guy is he's one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
To never have the belt.
To never have a world champion. No, never have the gold. Never be a WWE champion. Never to be whatever.
I mean, the guys in contention with him are like Mr. Perfect.
Scott Hall.
Brody Lee. Yeah. Like a lot of guys like that.
Jake Roberts. Stuff like that. This is Steven Regal.
Yeah.
And he's going against Alex Wright.
And Alex Wright, I'm actually a decent little fan of him. He was on the first ever Nitro, and he's on the first ever 2-hour Nitro. Yeah. Because he went against Sting, if I'm correct. I can't remember exactly who he went against.
No, he didn't go against Sting.
No, it it wasn't him either. I can't remember exactly who he went against. Because I was about to say Brian Pillman, but he went against Jushin Thunder Liger.
Yeah, I can't remember. Okay. But anyways, it's Alex Wright versus Steven Regal, and it's a clinic. I mean, Steven Regal is he's just so good. Like,
his technique
is so good.
A lot of Walter-esque right now. You can definitely tell Walter got his inspiration from Steven Regal.
If you were to watch this, I think the good example we talked about during the while we were watching it was it looked like Griff Garrison versus Walter.
Yeah.
Today, just to give you an idea of what that match would look like. Real inexperienced, good-looking babyface.
Yeah.
Versus just this
with no
grizzled veteran that is just gonna take him to school, and that's exactly what he does.
Yeah.
The finish is nothing, nothing exciting. Griff Garrison goes for a monkey flip in the
Griff Garrison?
Alex Wright goes for a monkey flip. Steven Regal holds the ropes. Alex hits his head on the back of the mat. Steven Regal rolls through, holds his legs down. 1, 2, 3, gets the victory. The reason we picked him to be wrestler of the night is just a clean match. But it is the promo after this match.
He cut such a good promo. It was so good.
This promo is so good that I don't remember what happens, honestly, from these next few weeks.
But we know what we want to happen.
We know what we want. We've already fantasy booked him.
Yeah.
So this promo, he's basically saying I took the best. I sent the toughest guy of wrestling out of here. I don't remember. I haven't had a chance to look back to see who that is.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like a Fit Finley or somebody like that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
But he said, I just sent the toughest guy out of here. I want to face Sting.
Yeah. I want to face that face painted. Oh, and then he calls Alex Wright a Junior Adolf.
Yeah. He said, he goes, and it's a very appropriate for me to get my victory on Memorial Day because I beat Adolf.
Junior Adolf.
Junior Adolf tonight. My dad would be proud.
Because he looks just like the Fuhrer.
Yeah. So great promo. But then he also mentions. So this tells me that I wish I knew in the booking in the back, but like
he didn't tell anybody this promo.
I think he just observed what was going on in the show and he come out there and cut this promo. He goes, and then there's some guy who just walks in here and challenges us. And he's like, well, bloody old pal, I've been beating everybody. And I'm taking notice. Like basically, like, you want to fight somebody.
He was saying, like, the show's a muck, like,
Oh, yeah, you got Macho Man running.
Macho Man's running rampant. He's not even here. He's not even allowed in the building. That's how crazy he's going.
And then he's like, you got this Barnum and Bailey circus freak, the Giant, as your champion. I'm here beating everybody every week.
I'm going to beat that circus freak, and I want the guy from another company who's coming in here.
Yeah, and this other guy from another company who came in here. The promo is just, I mean, it's the best thing, honestly, of
the show. Like, looking back on it, obviously, if you're watching the show, the only thing you're coming out of this is with Razor Ramon just debuted.
Yeah.
But looking back on this, the best booked thing out of here was this improvised, you could tell, promo from Steven Regal.
Yeah. He, going from here, you would think that he's going to be...
He's the next guy.
You know, I was telling Pickles that, like, instead of it, you know, we know that the big moment's coming and it's going to be Macho Man, Lex Luger, and Sting. But it's almost like, if Luger would have already turned on Sting or something like that, and then Regal would have had to step up. Because that's how high he puts himself in this promo.
Yeah.
But I don't think it pays
off. It instantly elevates him, it looks like.
Yeah. But I don't think it pays off. But the promo's excellent. He's excellent.
Yeah, that's why he's Wrestler of the Night.
Yeah, Wrestler of the Night. Sting.
And at the end of this year, we're going to see who is the true Wrestler of the Year.
Yeah, the Wrestler of Year One in the NWO.
I got a feeling it's going to be one of the 3 NWO members.
Sure.
Because, I mean, they'll be Wrestler of the Night many times.
Yeah.
But Steven Regal is the first one.
We still got a lot of cruiserweight stuff to happen, too, though. We got Eddie Guerrero stuff.
Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Do we have Halloween Havoc, that match?
Yeah, Halloween Havoc.
1997, 1996.
Oh, is that Halloween? Is that 97? That Halloween Havoc?
Yeah, but we're going to 97. We're just going to the June, right?
Yeah, we're going back. We're going to May.
So it won't. It would have to be this one. So he'd have to win the title from here, and then he'd have to eventually go against Rey Mysterio for the title.
I think it is. I think it's 96. I think it's Halloween Havoc 1996.
I think it is too.
Yeah, so that's good. That means we're going to see that.
Yep, and that'll be obviously a big talking point for our pay-per-views.
So after this promo and the match, we get this video package of what a lot of people have deemed the worst gimmick in wrestling history, with Glacier.
Yeah.
Now, I have a fondness for Glacier. When I was in the early 2000s, when I was doing independent wrestling, Ray Lloyd, Glacier, took me under his wing, was like, hey, kid, here's the things you should do in the ring. Here's what, don't do this. I just appreciate everything he ever did for me. He has a great mind for wrestling. I think he just got caught up with a gimmick.
Yeah.
They were trying to
make something new, try
out
things
of
out.
Mortal Kombat. They were trying to make money off of the Mortal Kombat video games. Ray Lloyd had a karate background, so he could do all the kicks and stuff. He's a good wrestler. Like, everything's crisp, everything's clean. It's just a bad gimmick.
You got dealt the wrong card.
I feel like if you remember when bringing New Day back into this, but do you remember when they originally debuted?
And they were like the church choir?
And they didn't get over it all?
No.
It took them turning them heel for them actually to finally get over as baby faces. That's almost what this should have been, was Glacier turning super heel.
Yeah.
And then becoming a baby face.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like somebody who would be that, like, almost Miro, but that wasn't that bad of a gimmick, was the best man.
No.
But Yeah, I don't know really what.
Yeah, I don't know any debuts recently that I can think of off the top of my head. But so we have this Glacier package.
Maybe Karrion Kross.
Right now, yeah. It's Karrion Kross right now.
If Karrion Kross can build up, but this could be the Karrion Kross where it was...
this could be the gimmick of death.
It probably wasn't as good in the ring, but still.
Yeah. They're very, very similar. So then we leave this Glacier promo package for the announce of the main event of this episode is Sting versus his longtime friend Scott Steiner. It was a good match.
It was a good match, yeah.
Nothing that was
stood out that was bad, or that was like
move of the night, moment of the night.
It's just a good match to close out on.
There was a good spot where Sting bumps Scott Steiner to the ground, to the mat, then does the little he leaps over the top rope onto him. That takes him outside.
Oh yeah.
That takes him outside. They walk around to the other side. Lex Luger comes out. It looks like they go back in the ring. Luger comes out. Rick Steiner comes back out. Sting's got
no. So Steiner gets Sting up, and he's about to hit him with a suplex. And Luger.
I was going to say how they get out of the ring is what I was about to go into.
Oh, okay.
So they bump outside and they come back in, and then Sting is going to suplex Scott Steiner to the outside area.
Yeah.
But Steiner kind of reverses it at the end and just hits the floor.
Yeah.
Well, when that happens, he brings Sting down, and right whenever Scott Steiner is about to suplex him onto the ground, Luger pulls him off, and then all hell breaks loose. Rick Steiner pushes Luger. Luger pushes him back. Steiner punches him a couple times, and then abruptly, Lex Luger decides that I'm a coward. I'm the biggest coward in wrestling.
I just told the Giant that I'm going to beat him up. But you know what? I'm going to run away from the dude with the goatee.
Runs around the ring, slides back in. Obviously, this huge heel tactic. And you're not really... He's not even a full-fledged heel at this point.
Because we could infer from the promo, but if you're just watching that promo,
you're like, Luger's a heel. Like, Luger's a straight-up heel.
There wasn't heel after that promo. Not much strings to go off on. You had a couple of nibbles. This is just like a full...
Yeah. The spot should have been Steiner and Luger punch. Steiner get the upper hand, roll Luger in the ring, and then come in.
Or they just like bump. They start to get towards the ring.
Sure, but if you want to get Luger in the ring where he's on top with the kicks, Steiner rolls him in. As Steiner's rolling in, he starts getting the boots to him.
Yeah.
But they don't do that. He just makes this abrupt run. And just completely turns into a heel.
Yeah, and he looks weak.
Yeah, after basically at this point, they're all in the ring. The referee
breaks it off.
It's a disqualification.
Every match that Ramon ends up being somewhat involved in, or like after. The match never has a pin or a submission.
So all the wrestlers come from the back to separate everybody.
Yeah.
They're fighting amongst themselves.
Then we cut to the commentator's booth.
Commentator's table with...
or no, not commentator's table, but the... Booker's place? I don't know.
No, it's a commentator's area.
Well, Shivani and them were down at the ring.
Yes,
they had
I know,
that table.
but this is the standard Nitro.
Standard Nitro one?
Yeah, with Eric Bischoff and Bobby Heenan. And so they're talking amongst themselves about what's going on. And then that's when Razor Ramon walks back up. And... basically, he has some great one-liners. He's basically saying like, "Hey, I tell you what we do. You get your three best guys against our best. We'll have our best three guys against your best three guys." And Bischoff,
he says, "You guys get your best three guys. We will take them out," or something. He doesn't mention three. He just says, "We will take them out.
We will take them out." And Bischoff's like, "Who's we? Who are you talking about?"
And then just blows it
off.
And
he's like, "You know who we are. You know." And Bischoff's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." He goes, "You get your best three guys. You get the Macho Man. Maybe you get Sting. Ooh, so scary."
He said, "I was so scared."
Oh, so scared. So scared. I was so scared. Awesome line. And basically that's how the show ends, is like, "Hey, we're going to challenge you. We're coming in for war. You want war? You got war. You said this is where the big boys play."
He just blows it off. He's like trashing on it.
Yeah. But and then that's pretty much the entire episode.
Yeah, it was not great.
I thought it was good.
you had the moments, but if you think about this card top to bottom,
Yeah.
you had some terrible moments that would never go over.
Yeah.
The Sergeant Colton, what was his name?
Sergeant Craig Pittman.
This match would have got booed out of the
Yeah.
This match would have. This match would have been called way before it ended. This crowd was hot. Was this before or after the Scott Hall debut?
This was after.
This is after. The crowd was high on that, so
This
they
is
didn't
right
really
after.
care.
This is
They didn't
right
really
after.
care. They didn't really care. They were all over that. They didn't really care what was going on right now.
Yeah, and then and then I realized why they put this match, the Mauler versus Steve Dahl. I realized why they put it because they knew this was coming. So it was like, don't put one of our big guys out, our big baby faces out.
Yeah.
For this, and then the Shark versus Giant. I mean, that wouldn't make it today. Like that match,
It wasn't great.
Yeah, it wouldn't cut the mustard today. And then the Max guy, he's there. He's there just to be a giant for Luger to get a victory over.
Max with 2 X's.
Bobby Walker versus Brad Armstrong match was good.
Yes, it was good. It was a weird finish, but it was good.
It was good. I mean that would make it. The Regal Alex Wright was really good. Sting Scott Steiner, that was a good finish to the show.
Yeah, good.
And then that tag team match with Ric Flair and Arn Anderson.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't bad. It was a good show. It definitely had its ups and downs.
Yeah, peaks
and rises.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't great, you had it it wasn't perfectly booked sound. It was a great moment with great Scott Hall coming down. They just should have had security. That was the only thing. If you had security, almost if they would have put the DDP match with that guy there, you could have had him coming down being held by security. Dude, the sergeant guy's looking out. He doesn't understand. Turns back. Diamond cutter, 1, 2, 3. They cut to commercial break.
Yeah.
By that time, they're out to the back, and Scott Hall's got a mic in hand.
Yeah. Either way, it was just
way you can end the match, and you can still have the security holding him back. It was just weird how they set up. He just walked in and was like, "This is."
And then he walks to the back.
And then he goes to the back like he was supposed to be there, and the guys weren't instantly going to start jumping him.
Yeah, that was what was super weird too. So we had the move of the night, which was it's just because it surprised us. Really, was that double leg by the Mauler to Steve Dahl over the top rope.
Yeah.
It was out of nowhere, kind of surprised us.
Here, hold on. The equivalent of Razor Ramon going to the back would be Tom Brady, come out there, trash on the Patriots, say bad things, and then go to the Patriots locker room and talk to the team. That would be the equivalent.
Yeah. It just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Didn't make sense at all. No, we'll get back to our... So, and then the match of the night for us was Steven Regal versus Alex Wright.
Versus Alex Wright. Good match.
Regal is our first
Regal is
wrestler
the first guy
of the night.
God, if they could have kept with Regal, he definitely would have been Wrestler of the Year.
Yeah.
They could have kept with him. Because so far, he's my favorite that I've seen.
And then obviously
him or Arn. Arn is really good.
Arn. Moment of the night, both Scott Hall promos.
Yeah.
They get you so excited.
Yeah, can't wait for...
So excited.
I was so scared.
Yeah, so scared. I was so scared. And then the worst wrestler of the night
was obviously Sergeant
Craig Pittman. With Teddy Long.
Teddy Long. Well, listen, he a player, and they kept trashing on Teddy Long the whole match.
Yeah.
They're like, he softened him up. This guy used to be a big deal, and now they've softened him up with Teddy Long. Teddy Long cannot catch a break. That guy looked like he was terrible no matter what.
Yeah.
I don't think that was Teddy Long's fault.
Yep. But we had fun watching it. Stick with us to this.
Yep, next week.
We're gonna keep going all the way through the first year of the NWO.
Yep. Making that change.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, I think.
Well, if you enjoyed this, then follow us on that
Cosmic Wrestling Journey!